Sick of your puppy eyes. You put yourself flowers. I was thinking to myself. Oh, Lola Young is such a jam, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? I'm back. Time to get my shit together. Sorry, I was trying to poop. I'm gonna be real. I was trying to poop. Nothing was coming out. So I was sitting on the toilet for like 20 minutes. And y'all, if you know me, you know I hate pooping sitting on the toilet. You know I like to wait till last minute until it all comes out. But no such luck. So I may have to leave at some point and poop. I am not a multimillionaire, Lindsay. No, no, no. But I came back with money. I went with an amount from all my things. I can't poop. I de-virginized myself from Imodium, and I de-virginized myself with Zofran. Yeah, I had Zofran. Yeah, because I was nauseous the other night. I've been having stomach problems. All right. Give the girl a break. Ed hasn't seen me yet. Ed has not seen me yet. He did ask about me though. Dan said he did ask for me. Trolls, listen up. Ed asked for me. Huh, I wonder why. No, I cannot do jack dilly squat. I didn't do bad. Me and my friend kind of pulled our money. You like my hair this morning? I did it for all the lovelies, you know. If they weren't bitching about my messy hair, they bitch about my hats. My hats. I love cocktails. Do you know the word cock is in cocktails, right? It was an enunciation on the cock. So what? I love a good cocktail, right? And we'll shake my ass. My other friend took my other one. It was called I Like a Good Bulge. Yeah, I like a good bulge. What's wrong with that? Yes, Carme, I don't have a problem. I think my body's just in shock. You know, I was away from my house. I had copious amounts of alcohol, more than I normally drink. This alcoholic, you know, been called an alcoholic. Yeah, an ugly hag by those church ladies on Facebook. The church ladies. Yeah, the church ladies hate my hat. I'm vulgar. They think I should be embarrassed in my behavior. Bitch, I ain't embarrassed. I'm proud of who I am. You should look in the mirror a little bit and learn to love yourself. Anyhow. God, you want a good joke to laugh while you're on the pot? Go check out my latest Facebook videos and my updates. You'll see all the ugly people. I'm not having much luck with honeymoon. I know, I get it, Lindsay, it's hard. The hats were amazing, you know? I don't give a shit. So many people hate it. I got another one this morning on my, hey, I'm back in the saddle again. Some angry, bitchy lady. Probably another church lady, because they typically are on Facebook. Now, if you're gonna hate me for saying that, I'm speaking facts. So you want the receipts, you go look, and then look at the profiles, and they are church goers. Bible lovers, Bible quoters. Now, they are making bad names for you people who are respectful to others and still like to go to church. Now, I'm not bagging on the church ladies or who you believe in, but every group gives people a bad name, and those church ladies are bad. I can't help it. You go talk to them. Don't come at me. Do not come at me. The facts are in the pudding, people. Love it, like it, or don't. I don't give a fuck. I just speak the truth. Hi, Janet. How are you doing, my sweetie? Bible humpers, Bible thumpers, and Bible manies. I think they have a collaborative group on Facebook. Yeah, pray. I didn't mind the White Castles. They gave me a little diarrhea after, but not a load of fries weren't that good, but hey, I had to try them. Now, do I like them better than crystals? Hell no. Ed survived. So truthfulness is next to godliness. It's kind of like they say cleanliness is. Now, I always check their profiles now. Always now. My friend Kenna, she got me checking the profiles of all the meanies, and either their hairs are perfectly coiffed with Aquanet. Yeah. They have a certain political figure as their background. I won't tell you who that is. I'm sure most of you can figure it out. Yeah. They have thin lips. They have cigarette face. You know what that is, right? And well, they don't look very pretty themselves. Now, no, Aquanet. Yes, the fucking Aquanet, let me tell you. It's called helmet hair, yeah. And they don't look beautiful. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but beauty is more than skin deep. You can be the prettiest motherfucker on the planet, but your soul makes you ugly. Yeah. They have a cigarette face. Meth. Oh, math, not meth. So, oh, you didn't expect this, Mama Kay? Well, girl, you obviously don't know me, honey. Yeah, you obviously don't know me. I'm Mrs. Joel Overstein. What's his name? You want to be ugly? I'll show you you're ugly. People don't like it. Oh, did you hear Mrs. Eastside NorCal? She was bagging on the people who love God. No, I'm not bagging on the people who love God. I'm bagging on the people who claim to love God and judge and are fucking ugly and spew hate all over my fucking pages. Do not get it twisted. Do not change my narrative to yours to make me out to be some evil villain, because it's you that are evil, not me. You come to my page and you deliver your ugliness. Therefore, I'm gonna fight back. That's for fucking sure. And from what I understand, God doesn't like ugly. God doesn't judge. God is beautiful. And for the people who really love God, they're there to help and spread love, not spread ugly. Amen. Anyway, that's the truth. That's the truth. People hate it because I'm not afraid to speak up. No way in fucking hell. You want to be ugly, I'm going to be ugly back. Because you are crossing a boundary that I do not accept and I will not tolerate. You missed me. Renita, I'm back. I'm back. And the truth shall set you free. Until you look in the mirror and do a little reflection of yourself, you ninnies, don't come on my page telling me what I'm doing wrong, because God is watching you. God, who you believe in, and everything on your page is about God and one political figure I will not name. He used to be a little orange. I don't think he's so much orange anymore. Thank God his glam scram is getting him up to right, you know? Oh, Mary Helen, are you one of those people? Girl, you be better, honey, you hear? Sweetie, don't let the God strike you down. Do not combust in your personal flame of glory. There you have it, Mary. Oh my God. Yeah, one of them was coming at me hard. Linda Davey. Linda Davey. Girl, she tore up my page. She tore up Dan's page. And I finally had enough of her. I went onto her profile. Guess what her picture was of in the background? That's unknown political figure. Well, he's not unknown, but you know what I mean. Oompa loompa doopity doo. I have another waiting for you. Anyway, and then her beautiful face. And underneath it, Jesus lover. Yeah, Jesus lover. Jesus lover. Mama Kay, if you listened up to my words of wisdom, honey, listen and understand them. I'm not judging people for who they believe in or what they believe in. I'm judging the ugly of those people who believe in what the hypocrisy behind their ugliness. Mama Kay, open your ears. Let it sink into that brain you have between them. Yeah, I'm judging the hypocrisy of those people who love God. Who love God. If you love God, You did not do the ugly that you're doing all over my shit. Why don't you understand that? Listen, Linda. Listen, Mama. Listen to my words and try to understand. And if you don't understand, you shouldn't be here, honey. No, you should not be here. Because I'm proving a point. Everybody hates the fact that they get labeled with a particular groups. Everybody has them. Democrats, Republican, God lovers, non-God lovers, whatever. Everybody's got them. But those people make a bad name for the people who really do and really work on themselves and really fight for love and kindness. It's called hypocrisy. I make a mockery out of the hypocrisy of the idiots out there in the world. Period. With the capital T on the end and an exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation fucking mark. Every sect has them, the hypocrites. And those hypocrites make the bad name for every sect you believe in or follow. Oh my God. Carmen, it was wonderful. I sat on my ass. I drank. I slept. I didn't lift a fucking finger to clean, wipe ass, right? Melo Nilo, you said it, not me. Anyway, so I can go on, but I won't. Now, if I push a little too far, I get more in trouble. Oh, there we have him, Silver Guy. He's exactly the guy that I was just talking about. The hypocrites, the standing hypocrisy of go Trump. Yeah, the one-siders, the one-eyers, the eyes closers. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah. Everybody, all those people carry, I believe, in the world that I've lived in. Let me tell you. Everybody who is in the extreme, right? Whether you're extreme leftist, rightist, churchist, whatever it is, those extremes give you the fucking heebie-jeebies, right? People want to work on themselves. We don't want to focus on other people. We want to focus on ourselves. But yet those extremists always are watching, judging, right? They take away the fun and the things that we find lovely, the things that we want to do. But they push us out of those things because we don't want to be like them. They're not like us, right? They have a one-track mind. They have a one-track eye. They don't fucking care other than what's in front of their fucking face. They don't have a 360 view of the world. Therefore, they are closed-minded. I don't like closed-minded people. I need people to use their brains and expand their minds. I need people to be able to see, reason, and rhyme. I need fucking people to be aware of their ugly. The people who are not aware of their ugly, those are the people I'm talking about. Now, if you're coming on people's pages, I don't even fucking care if it's my page. You're going on people's pages, spreading your ugly, you are a closed-minded. You are probably extremist on one side or the other, or God with God. Look at yourself before you spread your ugly fucking floppers on your face. Pay attention to your words. Pay attention to your actions. Fix yourself before you judge others. Period. Again, capital T on the end, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Man, this world is full of ugly. I'm tired of the hypocrites. I'm tired of the people who think they know. I'm tired of the people who don't expand their minds. And I'm tired of the fucking people who don't look at their face in the fucking mirror. Period. Fix your face. You know? Fix your fucking face. It's not Sunday sermon. Damn it. Fuck. It's Monday sermon time. Monday sermon. Honey, let me tell you something, Crystal. There is a church for everything. There is a church out there that is for you. You just have to find it. And maybe I'm hiding under a rock. I don't know. I don't know. You know? But what I'm saying is there is a place that you will feel comfortable. Don't stop believing. If you believe, now I'm one of those people that believe you don't have to go to a fucking house that claims they're the house of the Lord with the ugly that's within it. You know what I mean? Hassie, drive safe, girl. You don't need a house that says the Lord on it for you to stop believing or to believe. You can believe on your own without that bullshit that happens inside. Come on, y'all. Come on. So I believe there is a place for everybody. And if you need to find a place to pray or to do your thing, I believe you can do it outside. No thanks, me neither. Because everybody, mostly everybody, I have friends. My writer for my book is a churchgoer. She loves her connection with God. I don't fret that. But you know why? She's a kind person. She's sweet. She's not a hypocrite. Go do you, boo. She accepts me for who I am, even though I might not fit in all of those boxes, right? Those are the people that matter. Those are the people who are striving to make it a better place for everybody. So that's what I'm saying, Carrie. The staunch, the extremists are always the worst people, right? And they don't understand why I thought in God's eyes, Jesus' name, amen, we don't pass judgment, we don't give hate, right? I thought it was all about love and kindness. But yet they're out there whipping their shit around like they forgot. They forgot. We should be here to love and to help one another. I thought that was the backing behind religion. Love, right? Peace, happiness, not war. Make babies, you know? Type of a thing. Just keep your seed within the family, not without it. You know, no adultery, I meant. That was really complicated. Keep your seed within your family, well, within limits. And that's what I'm saying. Sorry, Donna. Anyway. Okay. I follow. Well, that's the thing, Heather. I don't mind. There's a lady on my Facebook page every morning, right? Every morning she sends me a prayer. Every evening she sends me a prayer. Now, most of you people know I'm not religious, but that's kindness. She's not pushing her faith and her religion on me. She's just casting a kind power protection over me. I love it every day. You know, I kind of giggle, but I'm the antithesis of what she believes, right? But I think it's lovely that she takes the time out every day to send me a morning prayer and an evening prayer. That's kindness. Those are respectful people right there. Those are respectful people. And she watches me, right? Yeah, and you know, people, when I go on these religion and political talks, then they start bashing me. Did you hear Danielle? She said she hates people who believe in God. No, I never said that. Stop twisting my fucking words. They're twisters too. They like to move things to make them look better based on the things that they pick and choose that I say. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, real Christians or Catholics or Jewish people, they don't push the religion, but they let you know they're thinking about you. That's kind. How do I stay motivated to work out? Adventures with me. I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing it for so long, it's like walking or brushing my teeth. The rationalizers, yeah. That's not of God. If they did, they would show. Right, and that's what I mean, Heather. I put those people on blast. You know why? Because they show up to my page every day and they show they're ugly. And I just laugh. I'm going to mock fucking away. Maybe one I'll enlighten or something, but they're fucking feral. They bite. They're rapid. Must get your immunizations if you want to fight with them. Jason, leave my friend GSR alone. You have no right to attack her when she's been here for years and she knows my shit. And we are good friends. So you can lay off her or you can leave. And I will do it if I need to. Yes, I'm currently sweating out all the non-alcohol. And that's what I tell the girls, you know, the women on there. I said, you know, here's the thing. I may be all those ugliness things, but I'm never as ugly as you. I would never take the time out to do that. So I drink. Big fucking deal. Sometimes I smoke, okay? Sometimes I engage in the occasional gummy. Whoa! But at least I'm not a fucking bitch. At least I'm not a hypocrite. And at least I'm not fucking mean. Meaning, people call me a hypocrite, right? Because I attack back. Right, the difference is, I don't go searching for it. It comes to me and I respond to it, period. Yeah, I haven't really in like a week. I haven't a week at all. I don't know why, I just keep forgetting. So, yeah, Jason needs to show some respect. We have our own little clique here, Jason, which means that you may be new, but you don't have that right. Nope, not with my friends. Not with my friends who are here and show their love and support to me every day, or mostly. G-Star sometimes falls off the wagon, but it's fine because she still comes back. So, the tattoo, we got something. We all wanted something meaningful. Some of us got them, and then a couple others were like, well, I want that too. We divergenized. We divergenized a couple people with their first tattoo. Now, there was no peer pressure. It was up for anybody's discretion. And I found something, had an idea of something that I wanted. That I thought if I was gonna do it, you know, I'd have to do it someplace that's not visible, you know, because I like them when they're kind of hidden. Oh, they were yelling at me for also getting a tattoo. Trash. I think they called me trash. Vile. Disgusting excuse for a woman. Yeah. My kids are shitty. They're probably embarrassed of me as well as my husband. Yeah. You're searching for it because you're on this page. You don't need to post. Ethel, I don't know what that means. Everybody has a choice. You know, people like to tell me, you're on social media, so expect that. No, I don't expect ugly. I expect people who enjoy my page to stay on my page. I expect people who don't like me to stay off my fucking page, right? And not say ugly. You don't even have to say anything at all. Do you know how many people on social media I come across and I don't like? Do you know how many people on social media that I don't like? Do you think I would spend an ounce of time bitching at them or secretly watching them to judge them and spew hate? Absolutely not. That's what differentiates me from the fucking other pieces of trash. Yeah. So anyway, I came up with the idea of an arrow, right? An arrow. Because we all come from different locations and we all land in the same spot with a heart. A happy, like a love heart. We all have love in our hearts for each other. We're in it. Friendships, love, and community. That's what we are building here. So we got a little arrow with a heart in between it. With some, oh, it's cute. I can't show it to you. I'll show it to you when I'm done running. So anyhow, it was cool. It was fun, spontaneous. We also get these, we have a Vega, people get permanent bracelets. So some people got more. I already have them, so I didn't want. So my pink one, the pink beaded one, the light pink, is my biggest one I got last year. We picked out a heart last year for our charm. Everybody who got a bracelet added the charm to the bracelet as a reminder of our love and friendship. This year, we picked out a star. The same, it's hard to see, but the same style as the heart. Some of them got additional bracelets. I just added to my biggest one. And the stars, we all shine bright in our own way. The humor, the laughter, the memories are made, sparkle in our eyes every day. So when we do things, it's important to do it together as a group. And most of us have been around each other for 3 to 4 years. Some of us 2 years. And the respect that we have one another is amazing, and our love is profound for each other. It's like family. And everybody who got a tattoo has been around, right? We've been here. Sometimes this is some people's third times meeting us in Vegas. We started this 3 years ago, and then others it's their second, some first, but we're gonna continue to do this every year. And so to me, everything that we get is a connection to one another. And I was proud to put that tattoo. I put it on the back of my neck. Some of us put it on our neck, some of us put it here, but it's just a remembrance of the amazing bond we have with one another. Blood doesn't always have to mean family. Sometimes the people who don't have the same blood are more family than those that have our same blood. So I was happy to do it. Was Angelus fun? No. Maybe you should spend better time looking out for Ed. Oh, Lolly. Go take a jog, Lolly. Here's the thing about that. That's a stupid, ignorant comment. You know why? Because I do take care of Ed. And because people like you judge me for getting away for 3 days to spend time to recharge, that's ugly. Go spread your ugly somewhere else, Lolly. And be Holly. And be jolly. But get the lolliness out of here. Yes. No, you don't. Okay, Lolly. Okay, Lolly. Fucking Lolly. So, anyhow, hi, Marty. How are you? So, yeah, people, ignorance. I know. And then they come back. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't take care of Ed. You're off gambling, drinking, you whore. You alcoholic. You disgusting piece of trash. Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you something. You know, a lot of people were like, how is it that when you're gone, Dan has a entourage of people helping out? But when you're there, you're left to your own devices. You know why? Because I'm self-sufficient. I'm independent. I don't ask for help because I just do it. And that's why I'm fattest motherfucking bitch. That's right. So, Dan has to have people because he can't do it alone, right? So, I must be a horrible fucking caretaker. I'm a horrible wife, I'm a horrible caretaker, and I'm a horrible mom. Just in case you guys didn't know that. Oh, Beach Man, I'm also an alcoholic. Who knew? Who knew? So, I couldn't believe, you know, but I had a fucking amazing time. I had, what is it, opposite day? Right. And I laughed, I giggled. Who traveled to Fergus? We had 2 Canadian families. We had a Michigander. We had Texas. We had Indiana. We had Kansas. They just had to clip their heels together and say there's no place like home to get back. So I would say the Canadians. I would say the Canadians. We had 2 Michiganders. Jet was Michigan. So we had a fucking, no, I didn't win it. But, thanks, Michelle. But I came back with money. Yeah, I spent, so I remember I had my cash, right? At about $900 in cash. Some cash I spent, tipped. You know, I paid for our Uber ride yesterday. And I still have $200 left. $200 left. I never come back with money, you know? People always forget about the trips that Dan has taken. And Dan's supposed to go with his boyfriends this end of the month, and I told him to go, right? I told him to go, because it's important for him to recharge too, you know? But yes, I'd like everybody to point out that everybody just wants to point out my shit. Nobody looks sideways at Dan, you know? Oh, Dan's perfect. He's the greatest son ever. Why is he married to such a fucking alcoholic hag? Yeah, she's a horrible wife. She spends all of Grandpa's money. She's going through it. Bitch, if I started going through Grandpa's money 4 years ago, let me tell you, there wouldn't be any money left. So, there you have it. Yeah. So that's the only, I've gone to Nashville for my family functions. Yes. For family. Yes. Beach man, I agree. Greatest son ever, because he picked smart. He picked a beautiful woman who handles shit, and he doesn't have to double think. I know, Kim. Everybody does. You guys who do it alone, I couldn't do it. And Dan can't do it. I could do it. But Dan can't do it, and therefore, that's why you saw his family over all days I was gone. He needs the backup because he's not used to it. The first morning, I'm gonna tell you, the first morning I left for Vegas, right? Grandpa's been sleeping. He's sleeping now. We have a nurse coming. He has a hole in his calf bag. Look at the shit that happens when I'm gone. Hole in the calf bag. He gets sick. What the hell? And Dan's so great. Anyway, so what was I saying about Dan's greatness? Grandpa, I forgot, brain fart. They didn't read my note, Laura. Nothing was done. Nothing was done. Kimmy, we didn't really eat. We're just kind of snackers. Some of us are eaters. It sprung a leak. It sure did. That's the kind of care Dan gets. But no. Oh, Grandpa. So, morning, like I have 5 minutes. The Uber, I saw him pull up early, right? So I'm like, oh my God, right? Holy shit. And Dan's like, Grandpa's trying to get out of bed. His pants are down. His undergarment's down. And I'm like, Dan! Dan! He was pissed, right? First morning I'm gone, right? Or I'm getting ready to leave. Dan's standing there. What the fuck am I gonna do? You're gonna do it. You had all week to follow me around and see how well I do things. But I can't, I don't have time, right? I don't have time. So he's bitching, he's yelling at me, get the fuck out of here. Just go. You know, in a panic, right? In a panic, right? Because I'm like, well, I told you all week you should have been marrying me because I know what's work because I do it every fucking day by myself. So he's bitching, complaining, and I'm kind of walking away laughing like, you mofo, right? You mofo. And then he's bitching, he doesn't know what to do. I walk back in the room, he's still holding the undergarment, like, Pop, lift up your butt, Pop. I just looked at him, I grabbed the shit out of his hand, I rolled him over, tucked it under, rolled him back my way, flipped it up, did it, pulled up his pants, looked at Dan, bye Ed, thanks Danielle, fuck you Dan, there you have it. Earthquake, when? I'm surprised Hannah hasn't texted me. Yeah, right? So he had no idea. I walked away feeling stressed. That moment pissed me off, and I said, well, you know what? He can figure it out, right? But then you feel guilty, right? And then he did ask for me. He asked for me. When he told me that, I felt even guiltier. Because you have to tell me, you know, it is a little off, right? The dynamic of the house changes when I'm gone. It's probably a little bit more bumpy than it normally is when I'm there. So for him to say, where's Danielle, at the time that he was getting ill, come on, people. He knows I'm his comfort, right? He knows I'm his comfort. He needs me. Normally he doesn't ask. He asked. So, anyway, after I got his things back on, his pants up, I left. And he said, thank you, Danielle. It was cute. So, hi, Heather. I think I do, you know? I think I do. And that's the thing. Dan freaks out because he knows I do everything. And it's uncomfortable when you know you're not used to, right, doing the routine that we have together. It's me, you know? You want to call me the name in the books? I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you think because I'm the one doing it. I'm the one here breaking my back every day for that man in there. I missed him. Yes, he did, Francine. I called Dan. Thank you, Jilly. I called Dan and I said, why do I miss him? You know, I'm gonna get home and be mad at him again, but I miss him. You know, I missed him. Grandpa, no, I think so, Carla. You know, I am his family. He looks at me like, you know, from when he met me when I was 5. Dan did it, Kathy. He did it. He has no voice. He's hoarse. So, you know, like this morning, you know, antibiotics are really important to get in him right now. So he was yelling at him, you know, because when he's tired, the cognition is lower, right? The cognition is lower for him. And so he has a lot more harder time understanding what he's saying. And so I'm just shaking my head in bed thinking, Dan, let him fucking chew it. You know, he started chewing it and Dan's yelling, Dad, swallow, swallow, you know? And it's like, just let him chew it at this point. Who fucking cares? You know, I literally, I crush up the pills. That way I don't have to deal with the frustration of him, you know, chewing the pills after telling him to swallow. Oh gosh, Hannah hasn't texted me. That surprises me. Today, this morning, Jess. So it's just different the way we handle things. It doesn't mean I don't get frustrated either, but I just know in advance how to deal with it. You know, I know in advance. Yeah, I know, happy days. And that's why I'm just like, let him chew it. It grosses me out, but let him chew it. He doesn't know any different. Haji. So, and you know, and then, but he's hoarse. So, you know, there was a lot of, you remember, Dan is impatient. He's got ADHD, so he's not a big patient man. So he's a screamer too. He was a podiatrist, yeah, Lindsay. So I got some food train money. So here's what I'm gonna do. No, I was pissed off at Dan. So I'm gonna use it this week. I'm gonna use it now that I'm home. Thanks, Mary. I'm gonna use it. You know, it's too complicated. At first I thought I'm gonna just send it to Andrew and Andrew can be responsible for ordering meals. Let me tell you, Andrew was the big stabilizer while I was gone, right? And Andrew started a new job on Saturday. So he had to go to work for a little bit, but that was okay. And the nurse is here. Shit, I'm gonna have to go. So I'll probably be able to like just get the nurse settled and deal with it that way. So give me a minute, okay? He's a blackjack player, yeah. It was fun. There was a big biking convention, not like hogs, room, but it was like bicycles, and they have them all dossied up. And one of my videos, one of the guys came out with a big boombox, and it was Wild Thing. It was crazy on Fremont Street. There's a lot. I mean, Vegas never sleeps, right? It's always active. Oh, you're on the court. And yeah, the Chair Choice Awards. Jilly, the shirts are amazing. I loved my hat. I have a couple things we need to talk about at some point this week. Let me dial it down. There's a sweatshirt that I think we need to do when you have a minute. And then we just need to catch up. But let's do it. I need a couple days of of unwinding. Let me get caught up. But yeah, the shirts were amazing. I got the shirts that you sent. Finally, the hats came first. We were nervous. So yeah, Betty, you're right. I've been posting a lot of older like memory videos because I just fall in love with them when I watch them in the morning. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, oh, I can't. Like, they're so cute to me. And plus, I really didn't get much content. I got one thing before I left, but I just, I think the memories are more important to me because they're cute, and I think it's important to do that. Yeah, so hold on a second. Dan's not here yet. Hold on. Hi there. Let me go get the dogs put up, okay?
better take care. You're doing running and doing walking, huh?
I figured I'd get a lap in before you got here.
I put the dog, I put the dog away.
Three a day, Emmanuel.
All right. Anyway, had to go get the dogs away. Why the mask? Goodman, don't even get me started. It's a protection for Ed. You know, I look at it like people want to protect themselves. They want to protect them. You know, I saw somebody the other day and she was like, you know, she was like, excuse the mask, but I'm not feeling great. So she put a mask on, and I'm going to tell you, hi Reeds, that's respectful to me. Masks to me show a sign of respect. Period. You don't have to agree with me, you know, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. Also, doctors wear them. They've worn them for years. The same masks. They wore the mask for years, so I don't think it's a complete waste. I'm very sensitive to the mask thing because I don't look at it as a negative thing. I look at it as a respectful thing. Period. So my kids love to wear a mask. Yeah, and it's good. I need a shirt. I respect the mask. You know. Yeah, and I don't. You know, people find it so offensive. They belittle. I've been belittled for wearing a mask. I've had somebody try to grab a mask off my face. Somebody I knew at a time when my son was immunocompromised. And I mean, that just is, I don't understand. I don't understand that logic. Why would somebody try to rip my mask off my face to try to protect myself from my son? Yes, in my gym that I went to. Yeah. Yes, and some people wear them for the allergies. So, you know, I just wish people would expand their minds on the mask thing. Because I've been there. Yeah, I've been there. That's probably one of the reasons I left. Because at that time that, you know, it was COVID, people were hypersensitive, people were like anti-mask, political shit, because they associate the mask with politics. And it's like, why do we have to associate everything with politics? Right? I do. You know, I'm going to tell you, the biggest thing I miss about the mask is going into the bathrooms, public bathrooms. You know, especially after somebody takes a shit. Yeah, I wish the mask came back. Anyhow, I just don't understand people's issues with masks. If people want to wear fucking masks, let them wear fucking masks. I don't understand why it bothers those people. He's protecting his clients. Ed's 93, right? Ed's 93. Technically, I should be wearing a mask, right? Because I was just gone with crowds of people. But I just don't, it's my house and I just don't feel like doing that. But that's a sign of respect to me. So thank you, Mr. Nurse, for wearing a mask. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my resting bitch face. I loved it because I can make faces to people and they couldn't tell what I was doing. I have a face shield for my son. Yeah, I mean, it's gross, you know? And I respect that people, I did too, Lily. I wore a mask and got COVID. So it took me a long time to get rid of the mask because I was paranoid, but nobody in my house wears one, right? So I just had to let it go slowly but surely in my own time. And I'm fine. It is what it is. You know, we know it's not a death sentence for most. It's, you know, like it's a virus. It could hamper a lot of different people, but so can the flu. But it's still, don't think I don't think about it when I'm on an airplane. You know, don't think I don't think about it when I'm in a bathroom. I don't think about it when I'm in a fucking large crowd of people. And I look at people when they cough. I fucking open room coughers. My husband, right? Ugh. Anyway. So, yeah, the flying. My allergies are really bad too. But, you know, here's my thing. If I get sick, I get sick. Yeah. If I get sick, I get sick. It's one of those things, you know? I can get sick going to the grocery store. You know, I could get sick just running into the doctor's office. So I really had to work hard on trying to talk myself off a ledge. Hey, I better. Okay, bye, Lindsay. Have a good one. There was a guy when we got off the plane in the airport, just open room coughing. I looked at my friend Pam and I was like, are you kidding me? Is that guy really just coughing out in the open? He's lucky he's not behind me, because I would have turned around and been like, are you kidding me? Bruh, cover your fucking mouth. Even if it's like just a, whatever kind of cough, an allergy cough or whatever, be respectful. Dan's an open room cougher. He's hoarse right now. I'm assuming I came home, I'm like, are you sick? He's like, I don't think so. But I think that's just from screaming. My Lysol, my portable Lysol I bring with me. I used to work in an OR. Yeah, I know, Red. So anyhow, it is what it is. Yes, kill people with low immunity. So I think that's why I've become so anti people who are anti-mask, because I was around a whole slew of them when I worked out. And part of the reason why I left that gym is I thought, if they are judging me for wearing a mask when they've known me for years and understand my situation with my son, I don't need to be in a place who's not accepting. And so that's part of the reason why I left. Plus all the politics at the time, kind of like today, but it was worse at the time. If you remember back to the beginning of COVID, not to bring up the lovely times we had back then, but it's still worse today. So just the only thing is we don't have the threat of COVID killing us. So anyway, I know. Well, and if you have low immunity, you're on certain medications, it's smart. It's smart. Hey, we passed a couple. I was thinking of you, Slick. I saw a couple of people recording. So, I am, Gino does. All right. Gino, I heard you're being a troublemaker, bruh. I don't know why you can't grow up, but your time is done. Thank you, guys. Keep me up on who I need to get at. Cha-Cha's still in Vegas, so you sanitize your mail. I sanitize my mail. Oh, here it is. 5.2 earthquake shake San Diego area. Track after track's here. You've never? Yes, Pepper, you have to, girl. You have to. Especially for the people that are have other immune issues. You got to do it. You got to do you. So I'm a pro mask. So you don't like that, I guess this is your time to leave. Gina was born instead of being swallowed. I used to do everything. I'm going to tell you something. I used to do everything. I used to leave my groceries out. I used to clean them in the thing. I mean, they had us petrified, right? The media, I mean, I'm sure it's bad, right? But it was bad. But, some of us took it to the extreme. I left my mail out outside in the sun for a couple of hours. I did it. I did it. Oh, hi, Laura. So, those of you who know me know I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't give a fuck who you believe in. You know what I believe in, and that is the decency of all humans. Yeah, I know. We didn't know enough, and it was scary, right? Glad Mac won't care. Oh, yeah. And it was scary, right? Because we had the pandemic research team from the CDC, right? Right at the time of a mass pandemonium. And guess what? Happened again. Lovely. I go to the store with a black hoodie with my hood up and black mask on. Oh my God, that is epic. That is epic. People are like, security, watch the person in the black entourage. Black hoodie, black hat, black sunglasses, black mask, black pants and shoes. Oh my God. I have a toxic friend that follows me about at times. She gets out embarrassing hysterical and is using alcohol gel. Everyone looks at us while she's screaming about people. Jeez. Oh my God. I love my alcohol. Not that way, not the drinking alcohol. I love my hand sanitizer. I love my hand sanitizer. I love it. My hands are so dry. I squirted it every time I was in Vegas. I can't believe people, before putting in the fridge. Yeah, Carla, I got over that after a year. I couldn't do it. Was just a lot of work. And, you know, with everything else I have to do, I bet she's a nightmare to go shopping. She's having fun with you. Dan, yeah, Ed probably did. He'll probably be happy. I love vodka. Vodka. Hey, GSR drank vodka this weekend. I did. But I didn't get sick. I didn't get too drunk. I didn't get drunk. There's moments where I was buzzed and then it would go away. Everybody wants to eat in this group, you know? And I hate eating because it kills my buzz and I can never get it back. And once I like lose it, I'm not one of those puke and rally type of a girls, you know? If you make me eat, I'm dead. I ain't drinking anymore and I'm gonna go to bed. So people don't understand that about me. But, you know, I'm not one that can stay up and drink till, one night we stayed up till 3:30 in the morning and I had a couple beers. But I don't drink all night long. You know, I can't do that. I'm not that kind of alcoholic, right? I'm a normal alcoholic, you know, one that likes to have a couple drinks here in the morning time. Well, morning time, let me tell you, we didn't get out of the hotel room until like 12 every day. You know, you have a group of 20 plus people and then everybody comes to your room. And, you know, I love day drinking. Day drinking is my favorite thing to do. Night drinking sucks because then you go to bed. So by the time we had our first drink, it was probably 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you know. And, you know, Saturday we didn't even drink till like 2 practically. And, yeah, so we had red. I was 26 coming from COVID Christmas Eve. Oh, Renita, that's horrible. We stayed on Fremont drink. I was reading too. Fremont Street, yeah. I might need to talk to somebody. I have plenty of people I'm talking to, thank you. It's not a problem for me. Saturday was rough on Tony. Saturday, Tony died at like 4 p.m. Did Anthony go? No, Anthony's been in hiding because he knows he's gonna get shit. I think Dan is probably happier because he had a.
He's getting, we're getting a day bag and a night bag. Day bag attaches right to smaller. It has to be changed every couple hours, but we won't have that big thing hanging out. It'll be right
Nice.
attaches and at night we hook them up to the regular bag.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, I'll show you how.
So my favorite drinking is during the day. So we had a blast on Saturday. We drank during the day. We got our bracelets, and then we got. Hi, love you. Somebody asked, who loves you more? Who's happy you're back, Dan or Ed? I said probably Dan. Somebody said, who's happier to have you home, Ed or Dan? I said, probably Dan. Everybody notice your entourage.
I did just fine.
Yeah, because you had 50 people over every day.
I did just fine.
Right. Everybody noticed. Why does Dan have 50,000 people over helping him? Yeah, so day drinking was my favorite things. They're not removing the cath. Apparently they're giving us, let Alan be. He was dropped on the head as a toddler, so that's why. Let him have fun. He wants attention. You guys just ignore the idiot. So they're giving us a nighttime cath and a daytime cath. One day we're going to get. So anyhow, it was fun. Me and 2 of the girls bar hopped while everybody, because you know, when you have a big group of people getting bracelets and then tattoos. Oh, never mind. Haha, Rita got you, Alan. Bye. Anyway, so me, Heather, and Candace were just bar hopping back and forth. We go check up with anybody. We had fun times, you guys. I mean, it was great. I mean, that Saturday was like the best day we had because we were just out, just hanging. We were in the container park, and we were just waiting for everybody. We were there for like 4 hours, right? 4 hours. No, he doesn't know. No. He wouldn't even be able to find it. Let me tell you, he wouldn't be able to find it. I don't know, Carolyn. I don't know. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, do you miss me? Do you miss me? Oh, I opened my eyes and it wasn't you I was staring at. It was Dan. I was so sad. I was so sad. I opened my eyes and I went, I'm home. I'm home. It was horrible. I want your titties in my face again. Bye, Janet. Love you. Anywho, we all got the same thing, Mike. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. It's a special one. Yeah. It's a I'm booking my flight. Come to me, mommy. Come to me, mama. So did I win? No, but I came home with money. Me and my friend Lisa, we slept together. She has big titties, and she engulfed them. She engulfed them around me every night, and I felt protected. I felt like I was in a womb with my mother. Yeah. And so anyhow, we kind of pooled our money. So typically she lost, I won, and then we funneled the money back and forth, and then I would lose and she won, and then we'd funnel the money back and forth. And then the last night I wasn't feeling great. I didn't gamble. I probably gambled for like an hour on the last night, and I didn't, there's no place like home. And I didn't really gamble. She gambled, and she's like, honey, this is what we made. She brought me $100, and I just ended up paying for the Uber with it. But we just share funds, because that's how you keep gambling longer. Lisa does have, she sang me lullabies every night. Yeah. Just give who a compliment, Tanya. Why are you telling me what to do with my husband? Why is it so offensive to you that this is how I communicate with my husband? It's not your relationship, it's mine, so butt out. You know what I mean? It's an A and B conversation, see you later. I don't understand why people have issues. The facts, Tanya, the facts are he had help, period. He had help every fucking day. He had Mark, he had a sister. Josh and Rocky came over for a little bit in the middle of soccer games, right? Andrew was here. He had help. What do you want me to say to that? I'm just stating the fucking obvious. Why are you guys people on my back? Why are you on my back about it? Stand on my fucking relationship. Jesus. God, it just pisses me off. That please be nice to him. That's the best, Lisa. The best. People are so, and he had, watch when Dan goes, who's going to be with me? Myself. And that's okay. Because I can do it myself. It'll be exhausting. But you're in Franklin, Tennessee, Melissa? I have family there. Yeah. I'm originally from Tennessee. Davidson County. No, I don't want the gang over. Linda, I'd prefer the gang not be over, if you know what I mean. No, I'm good. I'm good. You're extra nice to Dan. Yeah. I bet, and you're right. Who picked up the poop? I don't know. I haven't even checked out. I haven't gone out there yet. So I don't even know if poop was picked up. Dan didn't read my note, So good men, there were men there. Yeah. Husbands came. Yeah. Husbands came. So yeah, no. And if I'm going to peek in your window, they think they're entitled to tell you. Well, yeah, they're entitled to tell me how to be in my relationship. My relationship with Dan is always like this. It's not for social media. It's like he wants a pat on the back for what? Please tell me. Please tell me what you women want me to do for my husband. You want me to give him something that I don't get. But you expect me to put him up on a fucking pedestal for everything I do by myself. Fuck that. Stay out of your lane, my lane, because you don't know what my lane is. This is the thing. He had an entourage of people over. I challenge him to do it by himself like I do. And then I would give him the kudos he deserves. Where you at, girl? You have nothing to say? That's what I thought. I'm okay. Girl, you've seen nothing yet. Just kidding. It just drives me nuts. She's so mean to her husband. How about he could be mean to me too? Right? Like, because I'm just open about it and because I bust his ass for him being him, that doesn't mean I'm mean. Come on. Open your eyes. Not poor Dan. Anyway. Right, Mary. I mean, they came. Here's the thing. Let's be real. It was said in jest. Yeah. I'm extra sensitive to the jest, just so you know. I'm very extra sensitive to the jest because, I'm going to tell you what, because people are always on my case about poor Dan. Be nice to him. She's so mean to her husband. I don't know why he doesn't leave her. Oh, he's going to leave her. The minute, hi Mark, the minute his dad dies, he's gone. God, you guys are horrible. No. So here's the thing. In one of the videos, I'm sure you guys saw it, I think it was yesterday's video, Carrie was there, you know, she put her face on her dad's face. Dad, you know, whatever she said. Josh and Rocky were there because Wesley was in between games. And Carrie was seen reading the note that I left, right? Reading the, hi Sean, reading the note that I left. Nothing was done on that note. You know, and Dan even said, well, she's the only one reading it, right? Andrew's the one who checked in with me every day. Mom, what else do I need to do? Mom, this pill for Coda. Mom, I mean, let's be real. Dan would not have been able to micromanage everything that I do in a day. It was Andrew, really, that did it. His family came over to sit with Ed. They didn't do any of the hard work, you know, so she took him for a walk. Big whoop. You know, Dan went for a walk. He was able to get out of the house and go run errands, but nobody did anything. Nobody did anything to help me or help the house. They just helped Dan. Sat with Ed and visited, period. End of story. It was Andrew. Mom, what else do I need to do? Was it normal for Ed to get a bed bath while you were gone instead of a shower that one day? He hasn't had a shower. He hasn't had a shower because he's not stable. However, yesterday he walked the most he's walked. Somebody asked, is Ed going to be able to walk? We don't know, right? We don't know. It's still so early for him. He's 93 fucking years old. But he walked the most he did yesterday. Now remember, the last couple days he was suffering with an infection. So he could barely, I mean, Andrew, there was a couple times that literally Dan was holding Grandpa so Andrew could take care of some business. You know what I mean? And he was so lethargic on Friday and Saturday that he was just dead weight. You know, he couldn't move, he couldn't talk, he looked horrible. And so it wasn't until like later yesterday after having two pills that he started feeling better and he walked amazing. He looked great in that video. He looked great. So hopefully it just gets better. This cath, they're changing it out. Will he be decathed? At some point, maybe. At some point. I don't know. I don't know in his urology. I don't have any ties to the appointments, right? Because I'm not his blood daughter. And Mark and Dan are on the information. So I don't really do anything. I can't do anything. Or I probably would if I had the ability. So at some point he has to go to urology this week or next week. And then they're going to see if there's a blockage of any sort. And if there is, maybe they'll bust it open so there's a clear path so he can urinate on his own. That would be, it's going to be harder for us though. I mean, you know, there's pros and cons to having a cath. The con is UTIs, right? UTIs. The con is just everything's more difficult. I'm hoping the day cath and the evening cath will be easier. But do I know Tamara? I don't know if you're asking me that. So it's amazing how quickly, yeah, that they did. I mean, it wasn't great, but he's much better. So anyway, my sister-in-law starts chemo. Ugh, it's gonna be so hard. Yeah, the catheters I don't like. And I clean that thing avidly, you guys. I clean it. I clean it every day. And it doesn't matter how much you clean it, it's just gonna happen, you know? It's inevitable. So we're hoping, you know, but like again, the minute he gets the cath out, what's gonna happen? Then we're gonna have to walk him a lot more and get him up and move, and there's more potential for falling, and it's just scary. So there is benefits to the cath. There is benefits. Is he pooping? He's pooping. And let me tell you the story. I won't go into detail, but he had a big poop when he was dead weight. And it was very complicated because it was just Dan and Andrew. And there was a whole big mess. And they had to deal with it. Dan didn't know where anything was, called me. Where are the sheets, where this, where that. So, you know, that it just is what it is, you guys. You do the best you can. You do the best you can for as long as you can do it and give him the best quality that we can while he's doing it. And so what? So, with or without catheters, I know it's hard. It's hard. So, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Dago, he never admits to any of that shit, you know. But I mean, I manage everything. He was managing Dad with help, right? Everything else was left up to Andrew. And my caregiver helped me a little bit one night to clean up. So that probably saved me a little bit. And Dan did a little bit before I got home. But still not like my, you know, still not like my way. But it wasn't a bad way. It was pretty decent. Yeah. So I'm not much to complain about. The dog hair in my house was horrific. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
The dog hair was like, I knew it wasn't gonna be vacuumed or anything like that, but the dog hair was atrocious. Like I have to vacuum a couple more times because I can't even pick up, my vacuum died and I wasn't even done. So, but you know, dishes were put away. Some laundry was done. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been, right? So there's the kudos to Dan, I think, and Andrew. Mostly Andrew. He was a big help. He was a big lifesaver. Andrew started a job, Goodman, I think you asked, at a car wash. He has a friend that's the manager there, so he got a job, which is great because, you know, he works 4 to 5 hours a day. Not every day, but to get him through, you know, school, give him some spending money, and, you know, get him out doing something. So I'm happy about that. The couch, was there a pee trail? Haven't found anything yet, but I can tell you, Kim, my carpet looks really filthy. So no, I'm proud of him. You know, and I thought about the now that, you know, in hindsight that he had that the UTI, there were symptoms, you know, but you know, with Ed it's hard because sometimes he's tired and sometimes he's not. So, I bet Carla, it's so hard. But like, yeah, like he was really tired. I bet he started getting it early on because there's things that I was like, you know, probably. I don't know. I know he knows I appreciate it. And he does it for me, right? Because he knows it helps me. He knows it helps me. And I do a lot for Andrew, right? I do a lot for my kids. So I think he'll bitch, but I bitch too. But we still do it. That's the difference. We may bitch because it helps us cope and helps us get through the moment. But, you know, we still do it. End of story. Bitching is not always a bad thing. So yeah, so that's it. I have my friend who is part of the Zoomies. She made us shirts that say Zoomies Take Vegas. He did, Red, he did. But Andrew understands, you know. Andrew knows his dad's going to be a pain in the ass. It's expected that Dan's going to yell. Andrew even said on the way home, he goes, you know, when I think about it, Dad didn't yell as much as he normally does. Yeah. He said, Dad didn't. How do you get, I just vacuum. Yeah, Vegas misses us. I miss you. So yeah, it's going to be, I'm going to have to do some catch up today. I'm not too bad. I have groceries coming. I have some business to attend to. I worked a lot. My plane was delayed 2 hours yesterday. So I was able to put my, Dan lost his voice. I was able to put up my rental that's coming up for rent, and everything. And I did some responses. And I also had like 4 chapters in my book. So that way we can find the book. So it'll be selling on Amazon. So we'll be doing that. So you guys, I'm excited. We got some exciting things coming. Some exciting things coming for me. He didn't want to, but he knew he needed to. Yeah. I've still been waiting. I've still been waiting, GSR. Hi, Madison. It was good. Yes, don't forget to give me a like, you guys. Those on TikTok, I forgot to remind you to tap, 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 tap. But, yeah. Yeah, regardless, exactly. My book will be out at the beginning of May. We're shooting for. And it'll be on Amazon. Yeah, it's just the easiest thing right now when I don't want to invest a lot of money in like publication and all that stuff. Because, this is supposed to be for fun. And if something happens cool in the process, we have a lot more ideas in the works. I want to do like self-help journals, that type of thing. And Chrissy will be along for the ride with me on that, since she's the professional. Yeah, we have a lot of exciting things in store. And hi Bren, how are ya? Yeah. My first title, you're gonna have to wait. I'm not gonna share it with you yet. But it's something that should be a little bit obvious. My first book, An audio is just a little bit more difficult, and you have to spend a lot of money to do it. And, at this point, like investing and all that, I can't do that right now. I just can't do that. I'm hoping, Jilly, we still need to get our shit up and going. So, we might put it on the website. I don't know how we can do that, but we'll have to figure it out. But my eyebrows are not natural because I'm missing half of them. Like these stopped growing from here on here. I have like blocks. I had to get these tattooed. Oh, I also get shit for my eyebrows and how horrible they look. Because we have your autograph before you can become, I'm not going to become mega rich and famous. This is something that's fun to do. And writing a book is pretty fucking cool. And, as far as signatures, it's going to be impossible, but it's just a compilation of, Naked Mole, GSR. It's a compilation. It's a compilation of just a quick, getting to know me a little bit and my history with Dan and the family and all that stuff. And then we have plans. We have plans to go further. So it's just a little bit more in depth, things that but it just kind of puts, I think, the pieces all together a little bit. I'm deciding whether or not I should put in my grandparents' stuff, but I think after reading the chapter last night, I'm going to go for it because I think it's really important. Because the people who are going to be buying the book and reading the book are the people who probably won't pass judgment on the things, Hi, Chantel. Did you make it? Oh, wait. Are you leaving? No, you're leaving today, right? Last night. Sonia. And there you have it. In my spare time, selling autograph books. We talked about that. But based on, we're trying to keep it low cost right now. Again, it's expensive. People don't realize how expensive everything is. And I'm not making a killing on anything, right? I'm not making buku bucks on merchandise. I'm not making buku bucks on anything. So to actually invest right now would be a scary thing, right? On something that's so unknown. So thanks, Robert. So right now there's no promises, but we talked about signatures and how we could work that. But there's a couple ideas that are in the books about trying to do that or finding ways in which we can sign them. But that would mean, right? That would mean I would have to purchase a bunch of books myself and then mail them out. So there's that. So we'll have to figure out. So did I recover from my surgery? So Linda, here's the weird thing. I'm struggling with my insides right now. So Vegas was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be for my procedure that I had. And for the utensil that's still in there. I need a signed copy, period. And I'm having issues, but those issues I think are to be expected from what I understand. I have to give it 3 months, but Vegas was difficult. I took my first Imodium, and that was probably just because of food and being exhausted and all that stuff. I took my first Zofran. Because there's a lot going on. I wasn't, it's difficult.
I feel like I'm losing a piece of me every day. But it's okay. It'll get through. I'm giving it 3 months, and at 3 months things don't die down, then the only option would probably be a hysterectomy. Yeah. I was afraid. So my friend, I have to tell you, I'm Zofran. So so I'm going to tell you the story because she's here. So I had gone to bed. I was ready to go to bed on Saturday night at 10, right? I had been day drinking. And I just wasn't feeling great, right? My stomach hurt. And I was just feeling crampy and I was just done. I ate, right? And once I eat, I'm done. So I just wasn't feeling, I really didn't gamble that day. Everybody's like, Danielle, how come you're not gambling? I'm like, and if I'm not gambling, something's not right. Zofran is used for nausea. Like they used to give it to cancer patients. Some of them probably still take it for nausea, medications, whatever you're going through. So, I went up finally, they were all bitching at me. They're like, it's our last night. So I hung out. I was a trooper at 10 o'clock. I wanted to go to bed. And I looked, it was 10 and then I was bitching because I wanted to go to bed. And then it was 1 and I was like, all right, I've stayed down here with you motherfuckers for long enough. I'm going to bed. So I go upstairs and I just wasn't feeling good and I had crystals. I had White Castle. So I had like my 4 White Castles because they're tiny, you guys, don't judge. And loaded fries. And I was hurting before that. And so I was thinking, well, maybe hungry, whatever. And so by the time Lisa got up there, Tony was half dead. So I fell asleep. Tony wasn't feeling good. And then I woke up and Lisa came in at 4:30 in the morning. She comes strolling in, right? And I was like, bitch, what the hell? And she's like, honey, I won. She handed me $100. She goes, baby, I won. This is your cut. And I was like, girl, you're crazy. It's 4:30 in the morning. And anyway, so I was like, I'm not feeling good. And so she's like, here, take a Zofran. I was like, I don't know. She goes, girl, I promise you, it's okay. So you just stick it under your tongue. It just melts like the Imodium. You'll be fine and it'll take away your nausea. And, it'll help with the pain. And so I was like, I don't know, Lisa. So she's like, just do me a favor, just take it. So she pulls it out and I'm looking at it. Because, it's 4:30 in the morning. And I know she hasn't been drinking water, right? So, and I was like, she's like, I promise you, it's Zofran. And if you've ever seen Lisa's bag, you would question her too. Because, she is literally, she has it's an OCD nightmare. I don't know how she travels. Everything's just all over the place. So she's always searching for shit she can't find because everything's such a mess in her purse. Anyway, so she pulls out this pack. She goes, here, just take one, right? So I flip it over. It doesn't say Zofran. I was like, Lisa, this doesn't say Zofran. And she goes, I know, I promise you. And she has a soft voice. I promise you, it's Zofran. I wouldn't do it. I'm looking at her. I'm like, I don't trust you. At this time of night, and with your martinis, I don't trust you that you're giving me the right thing. And I'm a hypochondriac, so... Yes, the kitchen sink. There was a kitchen sink. There were some money bags. I don't know what she had in there. And I was like, prove it to me, because this doesn't say Zofran, right? It was the generic name for osalacalangama, whatever it was. I don't know. So she pulls it up, and I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning. I'm cramping, and I'm comparing because I don't have my glasses on. And it said the same thing, and it was Zofran. So I said, okay, I'll take it. But I questioned her because it didn't say Zofran. So then I stole some from her before I got home because I was like, oh, these are cool. Can I have these? Yeah, I promise you this is Zofran. I have heard that before. So, yeah, Odan Nistron, yeah, whatever. I was just laughing. And so she's like, see, I told you I would never give you something bad. And I said, I know, but I just need to see it for myself or my brain goes crazy. So I took it and I was able to sleep. You think you carry a pharmacy? She's your friendly Texas dealer with a sexy voice and big tits. It was the best. We had a great time. But now I'm tired. So somebody asked about my sourdough. My sourdough has been in the refrigerator since I left. So I will start that up this week again too. I just need a couple days of just, I got to reacclimate myself with Ed and back to, hit the ground running. Yeah, she is a great friend to have, Linda, let me tell you. She has anything you need. I can't say the names because TikTok will get pissed off, or somebody will be like, "Ha, got her," you know. So it was really good. And Zofran worked. She goes, "See, you're welcome." She's told me that many times this weekend. No adulting. Ugh. You're lucky I have to adult. I had an adult last night when I got home. And by the way, for somebody who lectured me about, I know, it's okay. Tanya, sometimes it's hard to understand, it's just typing. So you're not saying it. I don't hear you. And when I see something like that, I just assume it's attack because people say that all the time. So I apologize if I made you feel a certain way, especially if I was wrong, because I don't want to make you feel bad at all. But, it's hard. Writing and getting your tone out is like really hard, right? And I'm going to go in hard if I see it. Is it a long process? It can be, Kiki. It can be. So I'm not going to lie to you, but it can be a long process. And it could be a failed process, and then you just have to start over again. So it's one of those things that it's a labor of love. Yeah, it's a labor of love, but so worth it because the products that you can make are amazing. But I just it's also time consuming. It's also time consuming. So you have to be ready to put in the time. And that's why I'm taking some time to... It is, Linda. It was effing amazing. I needed it. I needed to recharge. Now I need a couple days by myself, but it's just not going to happen. Yes, adulting is a nickname for having to do back to our responsibilities of life. Liberty and the justice for all. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to go, and just get caught up with Ed and probably help him get up and all that stuff. So anyway, love you guys. And thanks for joining. Sorry I was late today. It's going to take me a minute to get in the swing of things. So I appreciate you guys as always. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter. Don't forget that. Get a smile on your face and do something that makes you happy. Love you.